Hey everyone, it's Nova, your favorite virtual adventurer, and it's been a hot minute, hasn't it? My last upload was back in February, and you've probably been wondering, where have I been? Just like the title says there, where have I been? And what can we expect going into the future? Well, grab a chair, grab some water, and let's talk about it. So first of all, the biggest impact the past few months of my life has been that I've been going through a breakup. For context, I had moved in with my partner at the time, things didn't work out, and we broke things off. Now, I had moved from the other side of the state and left behind like my support group, everything I'd built up, and I didn't have a car, so it was kind of like a weird situation where it was like, I'm throwing everything in here to make this work. But it didn't work as some things do, and honestly, she's been super supportive and kind through the breakup, so no hard feelings towards her. This isn't about that. But for the time frame, this happened around March, which was shortly after my last video went live. From there, I ended up finding a new apartment, and I've been working retail, so juggling now rent, electric, cable, all this stuff on top of just trying to process the breakup, having no furniture. I was sleeping on the floor for a while, and then figuring out what I need just to stabilize my life. It was a lot mentally. It took a lot out of me emotionally and creatively, and I needed to take a step back and just focus on survival, on moving forward in my own personal life. Living alone has been quite a new experience for me. Throughout most of my life, I had been living with roommates, with my father. I've always had someone there as like a backup, someone who I can split rent with, split the bills with, someone who I can discuss, what does the apartment need? But now it's just me. And it's been a very maturing experience, but it's also been a very scary one. Kind of like, who am I when I'm by myself living in my own apartment and looking around my apartment and being like, oh, yes, I bought that and that and that. Everything in this apartment I own. It's weird, but it's also been fulfilling, you know? But even so, it just took a lot of mental bandwidth, and I really only had enough time to come home from a long day at work and crash. And I have been streaming semi-consistently, but that's just show up, turn off my brain, play video games, talk to people who show up. You know, it's something I enjoy doing, and it's content focused, but it doesn't take the same emotional and mental bandwidth as just sitting down, scripting, recording, editing, all that takes. Plus, on top of that, back in March, I had recorded a big collaborative video with Jewelry Box, which by now you've probably seen on the main channel. It was a super fun time to explore and to record with Jewelry Box, but that project became kind of like a white whale project, something that was looming in the background, like it was in the backlog just waiting to be made, and all my other creative projects were being put aside for it. Which would have been fine under normal circumstances, you know. I just get the video done and move on. But it was like 4 or 5 hours of footage. Like I said, I come home from work, I'm exhausted. I don't want to open up DaVinci Resolve and stare at a timeline and just think about, oh god, will I get this done? So that was always looming on my back. It was all a self-inflicted stress too. I mean, I kept looking back at my old videos and being like, wow, I haven't uploaded since February. I'm not doing anything with my content. What am I doing? What's going on? And to make matters worse, my brain was still firing on all cylinders creatively. I still came up with new ideas for videos. I would still hop in VRChat and be inspired by the amazing worlds that I'd find, but I didn't have the time or the energy to turn them into real projects, especially when the V2 project was looming over the background, just waiting to be made. So the backlog kept getting bigger, which created more weight on me, which kept pressing me down, more stress on top of everything else. But as time went on, I met new people. I experienced new things. I learned more about myself. I found some level of financial stability. I'm still not quite there, but, you know, I'm no longer thinking about survival. Now I'm thinking about rebuilding. You know, my paycheck doesn't all go towards how am I going to survive the next 2 weeks. It goes towards, okay, what can I get in my apartment to improve my quality of life? You know, instead of worrying about groceries, I'm worrying about, oh, maybe a love seat would be nice. Oh, maybe I should get a new shelf for my stuff. You know, I'm thinking about that kind of stuff now. And it's relieved a lot of the pressure of survival for me. Now, survival is like a background process in my brain and not like the core focus of my life. And like I said, I've met some great people who have been so fun to spend time with in VRChat and on Discord. I found like a little niche group of people that I can just like chill with. I've been playing other games. I've been clearing off my backlog. And it's freed up a lot of stress and a lot of, again, mental, emotional, and creative bandwidth. And I ended up setting a deadline for myself. I said, you know what? I need to finish the Venture into the Unknown project by June 1st. I need to have it done and ready to go. And I did. And I did it. Now, what I didn't plan was to be like, oh, and then the next weekend I'll upload it. June 6th, June 7th. And then, of course, the main project, the main video, is on June 7th. 6-7. I didn't plan that, but I am not beating the brain rot allegations. I'm stuck with them. All this mental stress and backlog, and it all culminated in an elaborate 6-7 joke. This is the life I live with as a creator. This is my life now. And I'm okay with it. So, where am I now, and where am I headed? Well, I've got a lot of videos on the backlog. I have so many videos creatively for my main channel, as well as a new series I'm going to be uploading on this channel, on the second channel. My main VRChat videos are going to be things like showcasing worlds or cool ideas or compilations based on a theme, like haunted houses in VRChat, or rooms where you can let off steam, or fishing maps in VRChat. Now, these are just ideas, and there's more to them than what I'm telling you, so you'll have to wait and find out. But meanwhile, on my second channel, I'm starting a series called A Splash Of, which you'll probably see the first episode of in a few days, actually. What it is I'm going to do a very brief review on the games that I stream over on Twitch. Now, right now, the main thing I'm doing is streaming what I'm calling my Bio Saga, which is every Resident Evil game, starting with the first one, in release order. Blind. I've never played Resident Evil before, and I'm 2 games in as of recording this, working on Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, and it has been a really fun journey, and I'm excited to share my thoughts on those games with you. The videos would be around, 5 to 10 minutes long, and it's going to be mainly me just talking to the camera, just sharing my thoughts. This whole second channel is just going to be basically me talking to you guys and sharing my thoughts on things, maybe with some light editing. But that's what you can expect going forward on this. And if you want to join me over on Twitch, I'm live every Tuesday doing the Bio Saga at 7 p.m. Eastern, and every Monday, I'm playing games with my friend Dave, Glow Green. We just finished Subnautica 2 early access content. We're going back into Planet Crafter. That'll probably be live tomorrow. Yeah, we're going to be doing that tomorrow. And I don't know what else I'll be streaming in the future, but come drop by on Twitch, hang out with me, chat. I'm pretty active with my chat, so if you pop in there and say hi, we'll have a little conversation. Tell me your favorite anime. What have you been watching? What games have you been playing lately? Is there a cool VRChat map you've seen? Just come hang out. And I do want to give a little bit of a teaser that I am working on my next big white whale project. My big, spend hundreds of hours recording, scripting, editing. And it's going to be a doozy of a video. It's going to be a fucking banger. You can mark my words on that one. This is a project I'm not giving up on. And it's... I don't want to say more. I don't want to say more. Just wait. It's going to be fucking good. It might be 6 months from now. It might be next year. I don't know. But you'll know when you see it on the main channel. If you think, oh, is this it? That's not the one. You're gonna know. And I want to give a special thank you to everybody watching this video who's been patient with me through this period, who's sat with the channel and waited for my return, who's joined the Discord, who's dropped by on Twitch, just patiently waiting for my return and understanding that sometimes life gets busy, life gets hectic. Now, I can make no solid promises on, a specific timeline of when things are going to get done. I can't promise weekly uploads or anything like that, but I can promise one thing, and it's that my spark is back, and that I'm in a much better spot mentally, and I've been able to take better care of myself. So, look forward to fun new content, and look forward to me working towards a better future, one step at a time. And if you want to join me on that journey, this second channel is probably where I'll be posting major updates like that. Until next time, my friends, take care of yourself, take care of others, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye! Oh, why's my arm doing that? Oh, that's weird. I don't like that.